calling a group of people Nazis. Wouldn't you say? It's like they're over here just thinking they're the law-abiding citizens. They're the ones of, I don't know, virtueness, like, you know, because they love the virtue signal. And what? We're just over here just straight up fascists, you know, hi Hitler and all the rest. Is like, that don't even make any sense. First off, if we were fascists, and I'm just saying, if we were fascists, do you think we'd even tolerate anything from the left? Like, at this point, it'd be full boot on neck.
Donald Trump does bring more jobs back to this country.
Thanks for liking the video, guys.
I don't know what's going to happen, man.
The US election is 1 week away, and the country now feels divided over just about everything. There are two wildly different versions of reality depending on what you watch or who you follow. If you follow the Republican line, you just saw Trump give an election-winning speech to an historic movement of supporters inside a packed arena that is deep in his opponent's territory. Democrat medicine, let's call it the blue pill. Well, you saw this.
But that jamboree happening right now, you see it there on your screen, in that place is particularly chilling because in 1939, more than 20,000 supporters of a different fascist leader, Adolf Hitler, packed the garden for a so-called pro-America rally, a rally where speakers voiced anti-Semitic rhetoric from a stage draped with Nazi banners. Now, against that backdrop of history, Donald Trump, the man who has threatened to use the military against opponents he calls enemies from within, who has threatened to use the troops to quell what he says are lawless cities, and to use those troops to carry out mass deportations of immigrants, is once again turning Madison Square Garden into a staging ground for extremism.
And that's a lie. Bro, he's not talking about the citizens within the United States. He's talking about the corrupt politicians within the government. Yes, the enemy within the government. He's trying to be the top of the government. Well, there's enemies within it that like to undermine him. Or I'm going to say this, undermine the U.S. citizens, and they say they're for us, but they do things that are against us and that are for, well, I'm going to say either a corporation or a foreign entity.
And that wasn't just a line from an excitable broadcaster on an openly far left-wing network. Vice presidential nominee Tim Walz said this.
Donald Trump has descended into madness over the last few weeks. And I think some of you don't miss on this. Go do your Google on this. Donald Trump's got this big rally going at Madison Square Garden. There's a direct parallel to a big rally that happened in the mid-1930s at Madison Square Garden. And don't think that he doesn't know for 1 second exactly what they're doing there.
If Tim Walz had done his Google on this, he'd have known that Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton and George W. Bush all held election rallies at Madison Square Garden, which has also hosted the DNC many times. If Madison Square Garden is a direct parallel with the Nazis and Hitler, I've got some very sad news for anybody with tickets to see Cyndi Lauper there tomorrow night.
Man.
And on the subject of alternative realities, Kamala Harris is now bizarrely...
All of a sudden, Madison Square Garden became, well, the roundup for, I guess, the hub spot for the Hitler Youth, or the hub spot for the fascist right. Like, oh, so Madison Square Garden became that. You know, I don't know, one of the most famous venues in America, well, the most famous venue in America, has now become what? The far-right fascist hub now? Like, this is where we just kick it at in Madison Square Garden, just thinking up of ways just to, what, oppress y'all, huh? I mean, y'all sound crazy. Y'all call us a conspiracy theorist. Like, at least we hitting on some type of facts here. Or at least we coming up with our conspiracies based off the factual evidence of what we have.
arguing that Trump is going to take away people's guns.
For everybody, should he be president of the United States?
Okay.
Right? That's the question. Should he have the ability to sit behind the seal of the president of the United States when he says he wants to terminate the Constitution of the United States? You know what that would mean? In the Constitution of the United States is your Fourth Amendment right against unreasonable search and seizure, your Fifth Amendment right, your Sixth Amendment right to an attorney.
Well, a lot of rights going to be gone. The First Amendment.
I think Kamala might have took a couple shots of them cognacs off camera. Like every time she took one of them cognac shots, they done moved the camera away.
But the First Amendment, the Second Amendment. Yes. Look, I'm in favor of the Second Amendment. I don't believe we should be taking anybody's guns away.
really don't think Donald Trump's going to be taking people's guns away. The Democrats flogged the democracy on the ballot line for a year, and they quietly dropped it because it wasn't working. Voters are screaming that they're worried about the price of groceries, about jobs, about housing, and about border security, and about whether the Harris campaign really believes this attack line or not. The fact is that many people are reading it as desperate student politics. Bill Clinton has given Harris some pertinent advice. He said people are basically sick of all this paralyzing bad-mouthing. I think that what she ought to do, said Bill Clinton, is to pick the things that she cares the most about and she believes and go beyond what's been done. I'll say what you like about Clinton. He knew a thing or two about winning elections. And right now, looks like...
Yeah, and he also believed in a strong border and how we just can't have immigrants just crossing here all willy-nilly. He, as he says, we are a country, may be a country of immigrants, but we're also a country of laws. All that good stuff. I believe that's what he said. If I didn't butcher that too badly.
Kamala Harris.
And shout out Big Wave Dave, man. The media is so full of crap, forever taking crap out of context. News media is not supposed to do that. No wonder no self-respecting person watches them anymore. And I agree with you, Big Wave Dave, because, yeah, when they do stuff like this, because shout out Big Wave Dave, because I like how you said it. It just segued right into the video that you sent me. Shout out Big Wave Dave.
I'm going to do it whether the women like.
Because it's disrespectful, it's disingenuous, and it's downright dirty, because come on now. This is what, I'm going to be real with you, I almost kind of give the liberals almost a pass sometimes. Because if this is what y'all being shown, I can't even be mad at you sometimes. I can't even be mad.
They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say. I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to do it whether the women. Trump
says states might monitor pregnancies to track abortions.
Like it or not, whether the women like it or not.
RNC approves platform that would give rights to fetuses endangering abortion IVF. Wait, what the? Whoa, bro, what? That doesn't make sense. Hold on, giving fetuses right in IVF. I mean, what? In abortion, those are, hold on. Those are completely different things.
Whether okay. The women like it or not, whether the women like it or not, whether the women like it or not.
So what we're getting here is that the left is painting that, oh yeah, we're going to make women have abortions. Whether the women like, we're going to make women keep the babies, whether women like it or not. Women are going to be forced to have kids, Handmaid's Tales, except in real life, if women want it or not. Well, let's be real. If we wanted to do that, we could have bended that. Women, we're not going to do that to y'all.
I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. Kamala has imported.
Make sure to like the video, guys. Just go ahead and double tap that screen or the 3 dots up there in the corner. Appreciate the support, man. Let's get more people in on this conversation, man. Let's keep it going.
Criminal migrants from prisons and jails, from insane asylums and mental institutions all over the world, from Venezuela to the Congo, including savage criminals who assault, rape, and murder our women and girls. Anyone who would let monsters kidnap and kill our children does not belong anywhere near the Oval Office. And my people told me about 4 weeks ago, I was saying, no, I want to protect the people. I want to protect the women of our country. I want to protect the women. Sir, please don't say that. Why? They said, we think it's very inappropriate for you to say. I said, why? I'm president. I want to protect the women of our country. They said. They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say, pay these guys a lot of money. Can you believe it? I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to protect them.
I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I mean, is that not the most manliest thing you could say? It's like, hey, look, I'm going to do it if you like it or not because I'm honor bound to do so. But Trump hates women, though. Okay, guys.
Is not winning this election. Donald Trump appears to be the happier candidate with the momentum behind him. No surprise at his press conference in Mar-a-Lago this morning, he gave us more of the same.
Kamala Harris has obliterated our borders, obliterated. We've never had a situation like this. Decimated the middle class and run away.
And shout out Big Wave Dave with the $5 super. He said, I saw a video of some liberals spouting the lie part of this video. I already know. Bro, trust me, there's going to be some liberals in here saying the same thing. Trust me. Trump said whether they like it or not. I'm like, here we go. This is the new slogan. What? 3 days out into the election? All right, guys, this is what y'all want to run on? Are you sure?
Away, inflation has caused problems, the likes of which we never thought possible. Bloodshed, squalor to our cities is common, and they've unleashed a war and chaos all over the world. You take a look, everything's blowing up or getting ready to blow up.
Right now, Trump doesn't need to change course. More of the same is working just fine. Harris has just 1 week to turn this around, and that's a reality that both sides can agree on. Well, in a moment, I'm going to be speaking to the CEO of Timcast, Tim Pool, and the former Ohio State Senator Nina Turner. But first, I'm joined by Kevin McCarthy, the former Speaker of the House of Representatives. Kevin McCarthy, great to have you on Uncensored.
Well, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
And shout out Ken McCarthy. We going to get to my man in a second. But first, we need to get over here to our girl Rita, man, because this was hilarious. And we need to go ahead and go over this whole Kamala train wreck, especially what she tried to pull with Cardi B. That right there, like black women, if that ain't disrespectful, if that ain't a slap in the face, I don't know what is then, because come on now. This is what she thinks of y'all. This is what she thinks of y'all. She's going to get no self-respecting black woman, no scholarly black woman. No, she couldn't get none of that. That's all she had for y'all. That's all she had. Ain't that crazy, man? Vlad Steen, man, shout out. He says CNN, the news channel of opinions only. Yeah, Loki.
And I regret to inform you that the celebrities are at it again. These out-of-touch simpletons want to lecture you about politics. Even the ones who not long ago pledged to not endorse the Democrats are suddenly feeling compelled to tell us why Americans should vote for a thoroughly inept, inauthentic, and frankly idiotic candidate in Kamala Harris. Here's rapper Cardi B, she is a superstar, saying not too long ago she was done with political endorsements.
I'm not endorsing no presidents no more, because we could fund 2 wars. We could fund 2 wars. Talking about we don't got it, but we got it. Like, we're the greatest nation. No, we're not. We're going through some right now.
Well, yes, the Democrats heard that.
Yep, and it was kind of funny. I remember when Cardi B speaked out. I had hope for Cardi B. I didn't even go lie. I remember when she speaked out, she was like, yo, you're in New York, we shouldn't be voting Democrats no more. All their policies done failed up, crime is up, the streets is dirty, trash is everywhere, and we're over here just voting for these Democrats, and they've been getting more of the same. I mean, hey, shout out Cardi B in that moment. But now it's like, I don't know what they said to you. I don't know what they got on you, but hey, I guess you're selling out.
Eloquence and said we need her endorsing Kamala at a rally, and that happened earlier today, only there was a little mishap with Cardi B's teleprompter, so we got this instead.
Now this is going to be embarrassing, guys. If you're a black woman, just go ahead and just cover your ears and hide your face, because that's damn near what I did as a black man. I was like, oh, they really about to do us like this. They about to put her up here and then pretend like she represents us. Okay. And shout out Seth. She says, Set and Chad, just want to give you a heads up. Battery low, won't be on long. 2 things is to call in tomorrow. And I'm a woman and I don't fall for that shit. Go Trump. Hey, man. Seth ain't falling for it. Hopefully you ain't. Well, I'm going to say this. And I'm not trying not to sound sexist when I say this, but if the women ain't falling for it, if there's women that's not falling for this man, why are you?
1 second, guys. 1 second.
Bro, teleprompter failure. I love it.
1 second, guys. 1 second.
No.
Okay. So I don't take lightly the call. Sorry, guys. I'm a little nervous. Guys. I've been waiting for this moment this whole life.
You gotta respect the filibuster, though. You gotta respect it. Like, hold on, just a little bit moment. Just hey, man, I'm waiting on some patience. I was like, you know what? she's good. She was good enough for having some type of thing in between to say. Kamala Harris, she'll literally just sit there and just smile, sit in silent, look uncomfortable a little bit. It's like, bro, crazy.
My whole life. I need patience over here. Patience, where are you, girl? I need patience over here.
Dear. Yes, it was a disaster until someone ran on stage with a mobile phone with the words she was supposed to read out. That performance was about as authentic as Kamala. These celebs care so little and know so little that they can't even formulate a sentence about why they are endorsing Kamala. And when she eventually did get that phone, the speech Cardi B gave was full of incoherent nonsense.
So pretty much the same speeches they gave Cardi B is what they give Kamala. man, they couldn't even give her own speechwriter.
Again, just like Kamala.
And make sure to like the video, guys. Go ahead and double tap that screen for me, or the 3 dots up there in the corner, man. Let's have a good stream. Let's get more people on the conversation. Appreciate the support.
Trump says he's going to protect women whether they like it or not.
Right off the phone.
Well, if it's
Bro, right off the phone.
Tried to hide it
bro,
the podium or something.
Bro,
like
lay
that.
it on the desk, yep. And Trump says,
one of these, so it's been quite an honor to make this appearance. Hey, I ain't mad at it. We all know Cardi B ain't nothing but ass and titties. Ain't too much brain up there.
If his definition of protection is not the freedom of choice.
The question has to be asked, why do the Dems so desperately want the endorsement of a Cardi B, a woman who bragged about drugging and robbing men? Yes, that's really a BBC article about her drugging and robbing men during her days as a stripper. That is the star that the Democrats were desperate to have on board. I can't even tell you the name of Cardi B's biggest song because it's too indecent for network TV. But
well, wet ass pussy is crazy though. To name a song that, and then you just thought that that was a classy thing to do. Oh, not only made a song about it, you just had to do a whole music video that was so obscene. Bro, almost no television show could talk about it. They couldn't even, people would read out the lyrics and be like, now prepare yourself, guys. But this is what they said.
Full of expletives, really.
Yes.
You can't really read this song out without bleeping out every other word, honestly.
I mean, bro, WAP. WAP.
What's up, chat?
Great.
Of course, it's not just her. The Democrats have every miserable malcontent in Hollywood, in the music industry, in the entertainment world at large backing them. Here is Robert De Niro making an utter fool of himself again.
Makes me so f***ing angry. That we're here talking about a piece of shit like Donald Trump.
And here is Robert again, or is it Rosie O'Donnell this time, having another Trump-inspired meltdown.
Let's say on a scale of 10 being can't think of anything else and may need some additional medication, I'm at a 7. I'm at a 7 as we get images and content and, fake news and trolls and from Russia.
Russia? We're back to that old debunked conspiracy theory. Really, Rosie? At least Rosie didn't claim that Donald Trump would break up interracial.
The hell? Hold on. Hold the phone. Let me go back a little bit. Is this Rosie O'Donnell? Oh my gosh. Bro. The wall spares no man or no woman for this matter. I mean, I'm not saying she ever, had a youthful look to her, but goodness gracious, I didn't even recognize her. Now, for those of you who don't know, Rosie O'Donnell is like the arch nemesis of Donald Trump, honestly. Growing up, they had the biggest beef. It was so funny, actually. He would rag on her, she would rag on him. They would go back and forth. He used to think they were secret lovers, but yeah, they were arch nemesis. They were each other's favorite ops, pretty much. Shout out Vlastine, $2. He says, Skeet and Cardi B, she has stripper pole marks. I'm weak. Yeah, G. Yeah.
And trolls and from Russia.
Russia? We're back to that old debunked conspiracy theory. Really, Rosie? At least Rosie didn't claim that Donald Trump would break up interracial marriages, deport the wives, and remarry the white husbands. No, that uniquely insane rant came courtesy of Whoopi Goldberg on The View.
He's not going to say, oh, you're with a white guy, I'm going to keep you.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Let me know if y'all can hear me, chat. Everything should be sounding good. Give me ones in the chat if everything sounds good. Mic check.
From being deported. No, he's going to deport you and put the white guy with someone else. The man is out there.
The man's out there. Oh, then you've got the world's dumbest billionaire, Mark Cuban, insulting conservative women with this absurd misogynistic comment.
Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever.
That's offensive.
It's just that simple.
That simple, is it? You want to say that to, I don't know, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Tulsi Gabbard, Melania Trump, Kayleigh McEnany, Kellyanne Conway, the list.
Bro, I would never dare say.
That was a direct insult to every woman he has around.
Bro.
Think about all the women he has in his family. Think about Tulsi Gabbard, all the women that support his campaign. I was just like, what's Mark doing here?
I'm being real with you. I would never say nothing disrespectful like that, because if I said that about Kamala Harris or Kamala Harris supporters, let's be real, I'd be talking about some of my own women in my family.
It is crazy to see as we close out this campaign cycle, supporters of Kamala, whether it be our own sitting president, one of the most notable billionaires we have, Mark Cuban, they're just like putting their foot in their mouth. No pun intended. I'm just like,
man,
for us to be right around the corner from the polling Tuesday, like you think they'd be trying anything to say to garner support, but they're losing it by literally shooting themselves in the foot. They couldn't help themselves if they tried. Like, he doesn't have any smart, strong women around him. Like, bro, who are you?
What are you saying?
Like, come on, bro.
And you already know how people are gonna extrapolate that and take it to, oh, you're saying that this all, like, what about the women that are at Trump rallies? All the women around them, like, what? They're not smart either. Oh, okay. Well, we see where y'all at. But let's get out to the former speaker, man. If only if this guy was the speaker still, we wouldn't be hearing none of this word salad we getting from, well, the one we got now. I'll tell you, the speaker we got now, she ain't it.
Just wanted to get your reaction off the top to this rally at Madison Square Garden. I was actually there. First rally I've ever been to of Donald Trump's. I must say, I didn't feel like I was at a Nazi movement rally. Did you?
No, not at all.
You know what? Speaking of Trump's women, I think we got to pay respect at this point. Because how you going to disrespect this woman? Because didn't I have it up here? All right, I'm going to have to go ahead and pull it up in the background.
I mean, when you look at this rally, just President Trump able to fill in New York, a blue state. Not only did he fill the stadium, everybody outside. That was an unbelievable accomplishment. What really failed in this process is some staffer on Trump's campaign that allowed a comedian to go there. So you gave the Democrats an opportunity to try to.
But honestly, I think we should hear from these, women that aren't so smart that's around Trump. You know, he's
intimidated by smart women. He
hates
them.
them.
Emasculated. I'm like, come on,
bro. Y'all sound so like desperate when y'all say stuff like that. It's like, come on, bro. Nobody's scared of women, guys. Okay, we're cool with y'all. We cool.
You have had
Tulsi Gabbard does kind of come with that youthful perspective and some much needed energy being injected into the Republican conservative side, and she's done her thing.
Yeah, she's only 40
waves this political cycle, and she's made a pretty good name for herself.
Yeah, she's only 43, really. So
shout out. Looks great as well. Takes care of her health.
Yep, and the next generation of the Republican Party is looking strong, and maybe we can have a female president, but just not Kamala. Just not Kamala.
Not this one. Not like this.
Not like this. We can't go out like that, guys. And make sure to like the video and double tap that screen. Over 1,000 of y'all in here, man, and make sure you hit those. And shout out Big Wave Day, man. If you all have a question you want read by the host, super chat it. Don't repeat it over and over again in the chat. I will put you in timeout, man. Shout out Big Wave Day for holding it down. Yep. Man, and shout out Maya. Dems can't make a good deal to save their lives. They traded Tulsi and RFK Jr. for 2 Cheneys? Ha! We won huge. Oh, yes, we did. That was the best trade we'd have never got. I mean, trust me, they can't even make good trade deals. So
it's like that one Dave Chappelle skit when he was doing the race trades.
Yeah.
If y'all ever seen that, it was hilarious. Go check it out if you haven't, man.
Too long, large.
And double tap that screen, like the video. Let's get more people on the conversation, guys.
And shout out Vlastine, $5. He says, Fought wants to be educated about why Donald Trump, DJT, Donald Jr. Trump, Donald John Trump, yeah, you guys know what I mean, goddammit, is the best choice for America. They said that they will fact check you, though.
Why is he the best choice of America for America? Well, because he's going to take less taxes off the people instead of put more on the people. And when you take less taxes from the people earn more. So, yeah, that's pretty much one of the main reasons, yes, is one of the main reasons why I'm voting for Trump, because he's showing that he wants taxation off the people, and the government just need to go ahead and just take that L. And if you can even tell, you've actually looked into the Wall Street Journal and their report about Trump's economic plan. For some reason, they have under government spending the fact that he's going to end taxation on Social Security benefits, end taxation on unemployment, and cut the corporate rate down to 15% is all seen as government and spending instead of just saying what it is. Well, it's the government taking less money out of your pocket.
Then was that a cornerstone of your
And that is where you effed up, young lady. Well, Tulsi. Because I remember this story. It's like as soon as she spoke out against the Obamas, bro, it's like they called her and said, how dare you go against your president? I'm like, hold on. He may be my president, but we can't have a difference of opinions. Well, not on the Democratic side. Whatever the leader on the Democratic side says is your ideals too, even if you don't fully align with them. If you act like you don't align with them, then they're going to call you a traitor, a Russian spy, and now you are now conservative and Republican and a Trump supporter.
Yeah, and we'll make an example out of you. It's like full autocracy over on that side. And you think, like you said, you'd be able to have a difference of opinion or just disagree on some issues. Like, hey, you see it as A, I see it as B. They're like, nah, you got to see it as A or you going to get dealt with. Like, damn.
God, like, damn, Obama turned Clinton real quick.
Oh, God.
Make sure to double tap that screen and like the video, guys. The 3 dots up here. And if you want to go ahead and engage with me and Key to send in $1 and up super chat, any questions, any questions or comments, we got you. What could Trump do to lose your vote? Sanel Matwana.
I mean, I have no blind allegiance towards Trump, so I would say anything extreme he said or did at this point could have me reconsider voting for him. But I'm pretty sure his character at this point. I've seen him in politics for the better part of 8 years. I've seen him in the entertainment industry for the better part of 20. I know he is a authentic character in the fact that he says what's on his mind. So I don't think he could do anything to lose my vote at this point. But again, to kind of reiterate my point, anything extreme.
I ain't gonna. He'd have to do some type of heinous crime, to be honest with you. I mean, heinous. I mean,
like he'd have to say the N-word or something. I'm not talking about nuclear.
Nuclear.
I ain't talking about nuclear.
He'd have to just say directly, I hate them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
word.
Oh, you got.
Well, shit, I guess it is Kamala. Like,
man, shoot, I just wouldn't have voted.
Honestly,
period.
Yeah, I probably would just sit out.
I'd just sit out if that was the case. But since that's not the case yet, there's things that he can do. Obviously, if he just goes outright criminal, or if he just goes around on a slap a bitch spree, then yeah.
Shout out Big Wave Dave for that slap video.
Yeah,
hilarious.
So if that don't happen, then yeah, I'm voting for him. I mean, y'all would say, oh, but he's an essayer, but not proven though. That's all proved through civil court. If you know anything about civil court, the burden of evidence you need to provide is honestly lessened. So yeah, that's why it wasn't taken through a actual court where he would serve time if he was found guilty. You know, it's so funny though. You know one thing Trump could have done to lost our vote?
What's going on? Say it.
Probably call Biden supporters or Kamala supporters trash.
Yeah, I wouldn't have appreciated if he did that. Yeah. And not even that it would have offended me. It wouldn't have been a good look. And honestly, like I said. I said it on stream, like Biden making that mistake this close to the polling day, it was a blundering mistake. Like, why would they sit this man who they stiffed arm out the race in front of a Zoom camera, unscripted, for him to just say whatever remark like that?
Because, it's so funny because unlike the Democratic Party, us and Trump understand that there's good people on both sides.
with it.
If they call you a Russian spy, you're speaking too much truth.
Right.
At this point, if you're speaking too much truth and you're too pro-American, congratulations, you are not a Russian spy all of a sudden.
This is a label they give you,
Like,
unjustly, really.
Welcome to the KGB, Conrad.
And $5. Shout out Maya. Trump is the most investigated president of the United States in history. The only people who think he's dirty in any way believe lies. We know what we get with him 100%. Yeah, and it's as I said, you can respect his authenticity. You know he's going to be himself. For better or for worse at times, I'll admit. But hey, at least you know who you're getting. He's a character, and you know he's true to himself.
Mm-hmm. Sure, well, man, we don't need him to be Jesus now. We don't need him to be like, come on now, y'all be wanting this man to be Jesus, but don't have the same expectations of Kamala, you know, or her husband Doug. But well, let's not get into that. Yeah. Bro, roasted her off stage, made her drop out. And for some reason, she done decimated this girl, and y'all still trying to put her up there to vote. It's like, it's kind of crazy how this woman is the low-key not running as vice president, the one who decimated the vice president in the debate. But Kamala Harris is just, the best candidate alive. She's the best candidate ever, really, but she couldn't out-debate Tulsi Gabbard. She couldn't, stack up policies next to her. And if you listen to our man, Mark Cuban, well,
Trump doesn't have any strong, smart women around him because he feels emasculated and he doesn't like to be challenged.
So you tell me that Kamala Harris couldn't, outdo a Trump supporter, outdo a woman who hangs around Trump. You can now do that person that, you call stupid and weak and dumb and all that good stuff. Okay. Wave Dave, man, $5 super chat. Kamala was destroyed by Tulsi Gabbard. Kamala never won a primary, got swapped in for Biden. How do you liberals feel about that? How do you liberals feel about that democracy? Yeah, I'm telling you, it is crazy how they kind of skirt that, or they move the goalposts.
But they say Trump is a threat to democracy. They bypass the whole democratic process, but Trump is the threat. He's the dictator.
Okay.
He's the threat.
I mean, and bro even set up no mandates, not one, but oh man, the Biden administration, the Obama administration, bro, all of them set up all these mandates that are like authoritarian, a little dictator like, telling you what you should do with your body and everything. Crazy, huh? Mm-hmm. But y'all don't care when Biden does it. But if a Republican says something, y'all outraged. Okay.
She gets to an airport.
Yeah, because, bro. And then when you try to low-key blame them for, the border crisis for, it was pretty bad, wasn't it, under Biden? It was pretty damn bad. We sent down a bill and Trump got it knocked out. How? He wasn't in office. He has no seat in office at that time, but somehow he was the one who knocked it out? And then if he did, why didn't they try again? Try again. You tell me they sent it one time, got knocked out, even though this bipartisan border bill was actually a foreign aid bill, but still, all the same. It's kind of funny that they just sent it in one time.
And shout out Steph. Appreciate you, girl. $5. He said, see y'all tomorrow. I'll make sure phone is ready tomorrow. Much love to all of y'all ninjas and everyone show up tomorrow whoever wants to debate Dave. He on God.
Man,
gonna have Big Wave Dave on the podium,
bro.
Myself, S.E.T will be here as well. Any naysayers or disagreeers or wannabe debaters, feel free to step up. Obviously, members will have priority, but supporters, feel free to super chat in $5 or more to go ahead and join us on our call-in show tomorrow.
All right, it should be a good one, man. We're gonna go ahead and give you the time later on, right after the show, or during the show.
When you say they,